You guys. You're my brothers. You're the reasons my DMs overfloweth. I love you. Happy New Year, if I can still say that. Will Compton, Taylor Lewan, of the infamous Bussin' with the Boys, fame, Bussin' the Boys, all the things. That can't be it, right? That can't be it for Aaron.
I think it is.
No!
I think it is. It's done.
Talk to me. How do you know?
Listen, first, we don't know nothing. But it's like every year that goes by, like we've done this for 3 or 4 years now. It's like, is Aaron done? Is Aaron done? It just kind of feels like the juice is running out. It's not his fault. Father Time runs into everybody. And look at the way Tom Brady ended. He had himself a Super Bowl, decides to come back, and he goes, what, 500? And he's like, all right, I'm for real hanging it up this time. But it's sad. Aaron's one of the greatest to ever do it. I do think this is it. I think this is done.
Yeah, best thrower of the football of our generation. As I'm watching that game unfold, because CJ Stroud had like 5 fumbles during that 30, and you still win a game 30-6 because that defense is elite and for real. And just to see it go down like that, I'm sitting there having this come to of like, this could be the last time we watch Aaron Rodgers on a football field, and I hate that it has to be this way.
But like, can you go out like that knowing Aaron how we do? Like, and then he walks off by himself, which makes me wonder, like, did you tell your teammates to like not have a moment for you? Like, the cameras were ready. It was whatever happens, track Aaron. Follow him, no matter. But there wasn't like, it just felt like, is this enough? Is this really how it's going to go? And then he drops an F-bomb and a walk-off about Tom. Like, is this really it? MVS kind of tried to be his Randall Cobb for a minute, but I feel like he can't go out like this. And like last year, I would be more okay with him walking away because we didn't know if he could still sling it. Like, this defense makes every quarterback. This defense makes Josh Allen look bad, you know?
Yeah. I think as athletes, all of us have like in our imagination a pen and a paper of writing our own how we want it to end. And for a lot of us, for most of us, it's not the way you want. Like you just run out of ink eventually, and that you have to be happy with the story that you have. And like Aaron, like this moment in time we're looking at right now is, I mean, we're looking at under a microscope, but the totality of what Aaron's been able to do and his genius on the field, not only mentally but physically as well. Like this guy is obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer, arguably one of the greatest to ever do it, and he's got nothing to. We have no reason to sit back and be like, man, he just couldn't get this done, because he got everything done that needs to get done. He's done it all.
Yeah, and by no means am I not saying that he can't do it. I still think he can very much play the quarterback position at a high level. It's just free agency coming up. It's going to have to be, I'm just assuming to be in Aaron's mind, it's going to have to be the perfect situation. I don't know how much of a chip on that shoulder is still there. And then again, you got to think about, do I want to sign up for an entire NFL season again, just to chase whatever it is he's chasing? It's probably a Super Bowl so he can go off into the sunset, but that's a big commitment for the age he's at.
If Tomlin leaves, takes a siesta, goes make some dough on a TV set somewhere near you, I'm sure, then I see him not coming back. But like, I don't see him going to Minnesota. Like, that's part of me is like, you got to make the call to Minnesota and just say, like, let's do this. But then you're, like, officially, Taylor, you're smiling, like, you're officially, like, chasing. You know, like, and not that he hasn't been, but, like, Jets, okay, Steelers, okay. But if you go to Minnesota, then you're, like, and so much pressure in a new place. Like, part of me thinks he's been quiet, guys. Like, he's fulfilled. He's showing me things that I, like, you know, like, part of me thinks, why not just do it another year? But if Tomlin leaves, he's gone for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think we know the playbook that Aaron's going to have, right? He's going to go off, be in Puerto Rico somewhere, take something that allows him to be more enlightened, and he's going to figure it out for himself. He's never been a guy that's like overly loud and like from a volume standpoint. He's always said what's on his mind and believed what he believed. But like at the end of the day, he's going to make the decision. If it's going to be Minnesota, it'll be funny because of Favre. And I think we're already in a chasing mode, but I don't think there's anything wrong with chasing. Like, it's towing the line of like being respectful to his career, and then also like the only person that can say he's done, the right that he has is being like, I'm finished playing, because clearly he's still a good enough football player to get it done. Win a Super Bowl, I don't know, but from a player standpoint, like he can probably play 5 more years if he wanted. Like he's still that caliber of football player.
I tell you what, you bring up Minnesota, that would be fun.
It'd be
Even Kevin O'Connell,
Justin Jefferson.
But it should have happened last year, and they'd be contenders in the NFC, no question. So it's almost
Yeah.
like just, I don't even think of the Favre. I don't even think it's that fun, but it does put that pressure on you. Like, does he even want another ring? I haven't talked to Aaron. This is the longest I've ever not talked to Aaron. Like, Aaron, talk to us. Tell us what you're thinking. I'm sort of itching for it. On another note, if you look at this now complete masterpiece that is the divisional round, these Texans, I'd like to know, Taylor, you know Vrabel in and out, right? Like, you guys know each other. You're sitting on the couch next to him last night, hypothetically. What is he, like, licking his chops about with this C.J. Stroud, with this Texans offense? Like, what is he most excited about? What would be his POV?
He's sitting there and he's talking trash about the operation and how things are taking place, from fumbles and interceptions and operation when it comes to the offensive side of the ball.
They're going to give it to you.
Yeah, they're going to, hey, boys, it's right there for the taking. Like, if he wants to give it to us, just give it to us. And he's going to, but then the defense is going to come on and it's going to get quiet. That room is going to be like, oh, shit. Like, they can kind of operate. I think every team in the NFL was hoping that the Steelers would win that game so they did not have to see that defensive line. That's how, I don't think we probably have witnessed in history, I mean, in black and white TV, but like those guys, every quarterback is terrified of the idea of playing that Houston Texans defensive line.
But you know, Braves ain't shying away from that fight. Like,
No.
as far as remember when he used to break down J.J. Watt and the Texans?
Yeah.
In his heyday.
Yeah.
How he break down Myles Garrett.
What did he do?
Right. He's going to find flaws in Anderson and Hunter, and he's going to be like, guys, you make him do this. Like, he's not the same player. Like, take the fight to, oh, he's a power rusher. Hey, Taylor, just get on him quick. Like, if you just get on him quick, he's going to stop his feet, and it's basically over from there. Like, it is the thing that Vrabel does well is you see the game management he had with his last playoff game. You've seen it when he was with the Titans. Like, he handles situational football better than any coach in the entire NFL. But he also, like, puts a belief in players when you're going against monsters like you're about to go against this weekend. And it's like, if you just do X, Y, and Z, he makes it so a matter of fact. If you just do this, it's over. Like, you're going to handle it. No problem. Like, guys, I played 14 years. I think I know what I'm talking about. Like, you do this thing. And it's like, it's something we joke about with Vrabel a lot, but also, like, as a player, you sit there and you're like, this guy's always bringing up 14 years. And the other side of your mouth, like, well, he did play 14 years and he does understand this game quite a bit. And you see it. And so with the Patriots, they're going to, Hunter and Anderson are not going to have a moment where they don't have multiple sets of hands on them during that game.
Will it matter?
I think so. I mean, there was multiple times, like Will brings up J.J. Watt and all that, and like in his heyday when he was playing, like and Vrabel coming from Houston and being the defensive coordinator before he was at the Titans. Like, we're going to make this guy's life miserable for the first 30 minutes of the game. And then you loosen the reins up a little bit, and hopefully they have enough question marks with all the slashes that take place, the cutting on the backside, the chips, the physical chips, the slides, the guard coming into the tackle. Like, you want to put enough question marks on them so that they're now playing checkers while you're playing chess.
Right. And he also tells you, like, out of the other side of his mouth, he will show you, like, hey, if you allow them to play their game, this is where they're great. If you allow them to do this, what we've been harping on all week long, this is how they can wreck your day. I remember another situation. It was like Zach Cunningham. He was number 41 for the Texans, the backer. We talked about how good Zach Cunningham was, but he's like, if you get hands on him and you block him, this is how we'll be able to execute. But if you don't block him, he's going to be the one making the play. And all week long, he's showing these clips. Look, another key is get hands where you just got to block 41. Look what happens when you block him. Here's what happens when this guard right here doesn't climb and get his hands on him. He will wreck your day. So he shows both sides. But he instills, and Taylor said it, he instills a belief that as you're watching it all unfold, he's going back. The world's salivating over this player because they do X, Y, and Z well. Well, let me show you clips how you keep them at bay. Let me show you clips of how you dominate this guy. Let me show you clips of how you beat this guy. Now, if you don't do that, he will be what everybody else props him up to be. But if we just sit here, we get in the foxhole, we execute the keys, we play the game that we know how to play, we're going to beat this team handedly.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Taylor? Something just popped into your head just now. What?
No, I was thinking about Will, and I literally put myself back in that team meeting room because, like, Wednesday he'll show, like, in the team keys, there will always be like these monitors with 3 team keys. And when you play monsters like these 2 defensive ends, for offensive team key, it'll say block and then their numbers. And then in that meeting, he will show, this is what happens when you block them. And it'll be a good pocket. You'll see the quarterback step up and he'll deliver the ball down the field. And like, this is what happens when you don't block them. and then it'll be it'll be what we saw all night last night.
Josh Allen with the Bills.
Right.
This is what happens when you get him to roll left. This is what happens when you get him to roll right. Lamar Jackson. This is what happens when you keep this guy in the pocket and make him throw outside of the numbers.
Right.
And he just breaks down the way you're going to win the football game.
And it's truly poetic. And you hate giving him that much credit because Vrabel's going to text us something like, "Daddy appreciates what you said about us."
Will he actually say that? He'll say "Daddy"?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he calls himself Daddy?
What was his last one?
He was like something like "Happy New Year, love
I need
Daddy."
to know.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah. It's just
what?
a group chat that Will and I like try our best to ignore. And then we'll go in the meeting and we'll be like, "You see what your dad said to you yesterday?" I'm like, "All right, listen, it's the same thing." So, but you got to give him a lot of credit, man. Like he does.
Yeah.
He shows you the worst case, and he shows you what happens when you just do your job, and he shows you a clear path to victory. And the Patriots, they have the ability. They have the ability to get it done.
See, I think the Texans have the ability to get it done. I think
yeah.
you guys are you guys love Daddy. And I love Daddy too.
Hey, I love me some Daddy.
You're talking.
Adams.
I love that you love
the Patriots
Daddy.
this weekend. Everybody
do?
wants to sleep on the Patriots because of the strength of schedule. All they do is handle any team that walks in that door. It's going to be hard for that average offense for the Texans to come into Foxborough and take down the 2 seed.
But you're talking even the J.J. Watt. Like you have two of those out there. So you can scheme up and monitor up all. I like to see you say this to Daddy's face, and that's Danielle Hunter. I'd like you to run this little
shake
bit.
Danielle Hunter's hand and be like, "Hey, you are a great specimen. Look at the genetics that you got. I feel
He's the scariest, most intimidating, but delightful person in the. If I look at the field, name someone more intimidating than Danielle Hunter. Can we see the divisional round? I don't think there is. There isn't a guy.
Miles
it's not Daddy. Miles. No, in the left in the mix.
Yeah, sorry. You just said more scary. I'm like that guy.
Who's like the most intimidating? Like Josh Allen, I guess.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's not going to put you in the hospital.
Number 2 might be Will Anderson.
Right.
You are right.
Yeah. So
and he's a great dude too. He's a friend of the show.
Good
they
luck
have
to
an
Daddy.
elite defense. Yeah. Al Shahir, you got Stingley. Like they have an incredible defense.
Yeah, 2.5-point underdogs against New England. We'll get to some of your picks and underdogs. I kind of know where you're going, but we'll get back to that. Speaking of Vrabel, speaking of Daddy, let's look at this bludgeoning he took. Daddy was bleeding. You know what happened here? He tries to dap up. Milton Williams. What's your take on this, guys? This is not the way to put an apple on teacher's desk.
No, that's exactly what Vrabel wants. Like the cameras are on.
He loves it.
Right.
Yeah, Daddy's got the pad on his chest during the pro days. This is something that there was a clip, not to bring JJ Watt back up, but JJ had a bleeding from his forehead one time, and the rumor was he went off the field and the trainers came up to him to wipe his face off, and then he's like, no, leave it, and then played the game with a bloody face.
You're lying.
No, that's allegedly that's true. I don't want to get sued, but that's the same exact thing for Vrabel. He catches it in the lip a little bit, he might bite it, make it bleed a little bit more. He loves that. He loves the lore of look how tough Mike Vrabel still is.
And he's gonna go tell the boys about it. So you see me bleeding.
Yeah.
See me bleeding out there for you.
Wasn't even nothing to me.
Let's play a new segment, guys. It's the cutest, cuddliest segment on television all week. It's called Up and Underdog.
Hey, she don't want no puppy. She want a big dog. Let's go.
Let's take a look at the divisional round. Broncos, Niners, Texans, Bears, all the dogs this weekend. Taylor, who is the underdog you think has the best shot? You're each going to pick your upset for this weekend.
Underdog with the best shot, I'm going to give it to the Bears. They are a team foundationally. Their foundation is momentum, and that's not a great foundation to have. However, when you watch Caleb Williams roll the pocket on 4th and 8 and do the Jordan sign as he's dotting a ball in the corner with the game on the line, that's the type of stuff that's these guys are never counted out, ever counted out. So I like the Bears in this underdog segment.
I'm taking the Broncos, being the number 1 seed. They're
1.5 points.
Yeah, Bills are traveling to Denver. I feel like they're kind of getting slept on. This defense is for real. We talk about the Houston Texans defense, but as far as pressure, sacks, and everything, Broncos are at the top of the list everywhere. And we've seen the Bills at times, when they go against these defenses that can get after their ass a little bit. Texans being one of them. What kind of pressure that puts on Josh Allen just to be the superhero. I know we're all going to be tuned in to see if Josh Allen's able to wear the cape all game long. But going into Denver, seeing the Denver's underdogs at home, I like the Broncos.
When will people learn, Will? You picked the Broncos to win the division. Sean Payton's been an underdog at home. Like, when will they learn that the Broncos are probably going to the Super Bowl, if you still think so? Ooh.
Super Bowl's tough.
They're not.
I do think it's going to be between Denver and New England. But to your point, I mean, people are just going to have to continue to witness this team on prime time. There's been question marks. Bo Nix earlier in the year compared to how he's played at the end of the year, because he's playing a lot better he's played a lot better on the back half of the season. But this defense is defense, they don't fill the stat sheets because it's an offensive driven league. But the defense is for real, and again, getting to host games, like people coming through Denver, that's going to be the hard part. But this Denver team, they've been legit. They've had a lot of one-score games that they've come out and won on top of, and they are just a well-balanced football team. And then you got Bo Nix, who's been coming along late. Like, I think that is what makes them dangerous.
Fourth quarter dangerous for sure. Okay, guys, subscribe to Bussin'. Please go to FanDuel. You see the beautiful signage. All these gems that they're giving you, FanDuel Sportsbook's got crazy good promos. It's exactly where you want to be. Short TV break. I want to keep you guys and ask you one more FanDuel-y thing. We'll be back after this. Alex Smith on the program today here on Up and Adams. I want MVPs of Divisional Round Weekend. Let's pop up the schedule again. We're down to so few games. This is good for you people who are on FanDuel. Some prop, like is Christian McCaffrey could be one. Who's like the MVP, guys, if we can show the slate of Divisional Round Weekend? Will, who you got?
Who's going to be the MVP of the entire weekend?
Yep.
That's right there.
Yeah, it's Drake May.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Really?
It's the regular MVP to Willie C. It's this Divisional Round Weekend MVP to Willie C. I got Drake May against the Texans this weekend against that defense.
And I think it's a great pick. Drake May taking a massive step. I'm going to take the Bills and take Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is the best football player in the entire NFL, regardless if he's the MVP or not after this year. And Will brought up a great point about going to the Broncos, the defense. They're a complete team in a lot of ways. But when I look at both quarterbacks, one quarterback has come along a lot this year. He's in the playoffs for the first time. He's had a break. I think a lot of times when you have a break as a very young player, it's difficult to get up early, even with the Broncos team that has had a difficult time getting started fast. And I think Josh, I don't know how long his superhero tendencies can stay up, but I think
literally physically, how many more games can he do this? Like it's never taken a toll. I know he's not a human, but come on.
And Kay, you look at the roster that he has, and it's no disrespect to players. All these guys are in the NFL, and they're fantastic. But he's got a bottom 5 wide receiver crew. Gabe Davis tore his ACL again. Their defense, the run game, you can run the ball all over them. They're the number 1 pass defense, though. So they've got a lot of holes, and the only thing that's keeping this boat afloat is Josh Allen. And I think that as long as Josh Allen is on the field and there's time on the clock, like that's your winning candidate.
I thought their defense was super impressive last week. You can say it was the Jags, but I actually thought their defense really stepped up, and they do have the leading rusher in the NFL. So it isn't just Josh. I do think it's interesting. You guys picked the 2 quarterbacks going up against like the craziest pass rushes and worst matchups. I love that. Exactly. I love that for you guys. It's very on brand. Last one quickly for you, because we have to go, and I know you guys have to go, and I love you guys, and thanks for coming on. I wanted to ask you about the coaching stuff, Taylor, because you told me Arthur Smith. You were all Arthur Smith. Well, then a 10 breaks up with her boyfriend and walks into the bar named John Harbaugh. Are you still with Arthur Smith, or are you like, oh snap, now I want Harbaugh?
Listen, I think every franchise that has a head coach vacancy, if they could get John Harbaugh, they would get John Harbaugh. If they could get Mike Tomlin, they would get Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
I don't think these coaches at this point in time are walking into the Titans going like, this is the job I want to take over all the other ones that are available right now. Now, there's a lot of pros to go to the Titans, right? You have a quarterback that showed he can do it this year. You have the most salary cap in the entire NFL, and you have a great pick in the first round. And that's a lot of building blocks that you can have. But there's a lot more complete teams right now that I think John would want to go to, because there's a lot of instability.
Reports are that he likes Cam Ward, and as in true Taylor fashion, I can never get an answer out of this guy. You do the Lord's work every day, squeezing answers out of Taylor Lewan.
I'll say it real quick. I don't think they're going to get John Harbaugh because he'll say no.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Harbaugh apparently likes Ward.
Taylor can say, like everybody from the Titans organization can say all the words they want. They're getting interviewed by John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's up to John Harbaugh if he wants the Titans or not.
Listen, $100 million in cap space, Nashville, great place to live. I'd take the call. I would take the interview to go down there. I think it's a very sexy spot. All right, I appreciate you two. We'll see you guys. Can't wait to see you at Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Okay, see you Super Bowl week.